Hi, and welcome to another revelatory episode where we bring you cutting edge insights from breakthrough companies doing amazing things. I'm excited today to introduce to you a CEO of GolfLync, now SportLync Inc., if I'm correct, Noah DiPasquale, CEO. Welcome to the show, and please fill us in on the name change, the company, and the platform that you're currently working on.
Awesome. Thank you so much for having me, first and foremost. So GolfLink, we started approximately 2 years ago, and we jokingly refer to it as the Tinder of golf. We say if Facebook and Tinder had a baby that loved golf, it would be GolfLink. Um, we don't want to get it confused. It's not really intended for dating per se, but we know one of the most frustrating things about the game of golf, even though it is the greatest game on earth, is that sometimes you get paired with people that you just don't mesh with. And so our mission when we started this company was to find a way to pair people based on the things that they care about most when they're on the golf course. And there's a lot of those attributes, which we can talk about shortly, but it has really taken on a life of its own, and we're really excited about this opportunity. And the reason for the name change is we are pivoting to SportLink is that we realize that there are also dozens of other social sports where you want to find the right partner, things like pickleball, things like hiking, tennis, volleyball. You may not have a huge network of folks in those sports as well. So we wanted to grow to be even more inclusive, although golf will still be the primary focus.
Wonderful. So a way to, in the name, expand what the future holds or represent what the future holds, because I guess GolfLink is very niche specific, and it seems like it's a good starting ground for what you're developing or what you have started developing. And to then have it SportLink, there's just so many more options there. And we look forward to finding out more. But today, I guess, tell us more about the social platforms for golfers in particular, because I know that's where you started, right?
Yes, and so what's great about it is anybody can sign up for free, so it is extremely inclusive. I want to touch upon another reason that we started this is I have another golf organization that is very exclusive, recently got a $100 million valuation, so we've already proven that this model works on a smaller scale. We're now opening it up from a demographic that was roughly 2 million people in the United States. We now have over 50 million people that we can target based on what we care about. And so we believe we'll be able to replicate the success that I've had with Epic Golf Club into this more inclusive niche. It's been a roughly 2 year development process. It does work like a social media app in that you'll log in, you create a profile, you talk about the things that you like and that you don't like on the golf course. Things like, do you play music? Do you like to gamble? Do you like to drink? Do you like to walk? Do you like to ride? Would you prefer to play with couples? Really anything that would make your round more enjoyable. You have the ability to set all those preferences. And then the matching algorithm, which is getting updated with AI literally as we speak, will then find people that are the perfect match for you to have the best possible experience on the course.
Excellent, and makes total sense in today's age of wanting to simplify any process at any cost, right? But I'm interested in the mission. You're wearing a hat that's got golf printed all over it, so I imagine that golf is a very big part of your personal life. Is that why you started this? And if so, please tell us why and how that came about. But if not, what really sparked the mission to simplify and enhance the golfing game?
Yeah, so golf is a huge part of my life. I do find it interesting. I'm not a lifelong golfer. I wasn't born with a club in my hand like many of my friends. Actually, I thought it was the silliest game ever invented about 12 years ago. I started golfing 11 years ago and have been addicted since. I basically spend time with my family and golf when I'm outside the office, and that's it. And so, yeah, I guess what has really inspired me for this is twofold: is that it's growing the game of golf. Some of the barriers that I find for the game of golf are one, that it's already cost prohibitive for some folks. So we wanted to create something that was either free, or we will have a premium version as well, but that will still be very low cost. Literally everyone can afford it. But not having enough people, especially if you're a beginner that want to golf, or if you're a beginner and your friends are very good, it's intimidating to go out and play with them. So we wanted to find a way that we can get everybody involved in the game of golf. And then again, that will expand into pickleball and some of those other things. But golf is the most obvious starting point. It's probably to us, we know that social sports is the biggest growing market in the sports segment today. Social sports is anything where you're not, full contact. You're looking for partners to do it, and we live in an age of information. So all of those things, along with the boom and the love for the game of golf since COVID, which we know has sparked 180% increase in players across the country. This is the perfect time to attack this market.
100%. And it's the age of technology, the age of connection, the age of ease, and then also community.
Mhm.
So, touching on that, like, tell us about your team, right? Because everyone, anything that we're trying to do these days needs a solid team. And tell us about what your team brings, who they are, very briefly, but tell us what this all takes to bring this vision to life.
Yeah, so we do have a very diverse team. Most of them like golf. Some honestly have never even played, but they're they're doing some job functions that's probably not a requisite part of the job. My business partner and co-founder, Mike Queel, is a lifelong avid golfer. He has a very solid finance background. He's taken numerous companies public. My history is growing social type organizations. We have our CMO, Evelina Chang, who's been heavily involved with a lot of technology startups. And then we have a really talented tech team that has been with us for the last 2 years, building through this, testing through this. And I think one of the coolest things about what we've done, a lot of companies that are in our phase just have a concept. We really built this out and proved that it works, without even trying. We have over 165,000 downloads. As we start to talk about what the investment will be used for and what it will look like, our biggest push, we think that the app is very solid right now. All the hard work is done. We just need to get more people on the app. So we need to spread the word. So everything that we do going forward will be just showcasing what we've already proven works. And that is that people love what we're doing.
Wow, those are some really solid numbers. 165,000 downloads since inception. And when was the birth of this? When did this happen?
Well, so the birth of this was approximately 2.5 years ago. We created an MVP, and then about 2 years ago we truly started putting development into it. The emphasis on marketing has really only been 6 months, and I would say emphasis is a very strong word. We did a little bit of testing. We have a lot of word of mouth, excuse me, and have done a good job, I think, of leveraging other social media platforms to spread the word. But we haven't even scratched the surface. It's been a fraction of a fraction that we've gone after. We know that there are about 26 million golfers in the US. We're going to try and get to 1.6 million. That's our goal in the next year and a half. And so we already have 10% without even truly being live. So again, we know this is going to be a slam dunk success, and we're really excited. We think ultimately, when we add all the social sports, there's an opportunity for 50 million people on the platform within the next 5 years, and that's what we're modeling out.
Amazing, amazing. So obviously, going back to the downloads of 165,000, that's a significant growth. So talk to us more about the continued growth strategies. Obviously, it's spreading out and diversifying your portfolio of sports, but speak to us specifically about how you intend on. You're touching on social media, etc. What other avenues and strategies do you guys have in mind, more specifically, so we can get our heads around seeing the growth and joining you on this journey to rocket to the skies, right?
Yeah. So what I think is really exciting about what we've done, and I will touch on our traditional marketing strategies, but 30% of our downloads have come organically, meaning that somebody has told somebody else. And why that's so exciting for us is that we know, I always also joke, when we first created it, the first person that downloaded it looked at it and said, there's nothing here. What am I going to do? Because there's no other people to connect with. But then once there was 100, and then 1,000, and then 10,000, it just the excitement started to multiply. And now that we're seeing more people on the platform, we see that we're getting those organic downloads again without even really trying. So people are loving what they're seeing. The most important part is building something that people want to return to and that they find value and utility in. And it's also the sense of community, right? So you're able to communicate and share your love in regards to the game of golf or pickleball in the future and all those other things. And so we know that, if we can continue on that trajectory, we'll literally be there in no time without breaking a sweat. Now, the other side is that we are going to officially do marketing activities, we know today specifically that we can generate a new user for approximately $2. And so our fundraising activity now will be amplified directly towards generating those new users. And we also believe that the new users numbers will go down as we grow. When we get to 500,000 downloads, my prediction is that that cost per user will be roughly $1.20. As we continue to grow, that will drop again because word of mouth will be spreading so quickly along with the actual paid marketing activities.
Wonderful. And we touched on a few things I'm going to ask you to get a little more clarity on, and it's the market potential, just to get really specific on that, and the reasons to invest. Anyone listening here today, why should we pay attention to soon to be SportLync?
Absolutely.
Reasons to invest.
Yeah, so from a market potential standpoint, I should talk about what our revenue models are going to be first, and then I think that will lead into the next. So as a revenue generating organization, which we are going to roll out this revenue model in the next less than 12 months, the first part will be a freemium premium version. So you'll be able to download the app for free, and you'll get a certain number of connections for free. If you would like to increase that, you can pay, it'll be a very nominal fee, something like a few bucks a month, and you'll be able to get unlimited matches in your area. And then the other opportunity will be what we're going to refer to as our gold membership. And for that, you're going to get access to some really special, exclusive golf courses throughout the country. And so that will be a higher cost as well. And then in addition to that, much like you find on Meta, on Facebook or Instagram, we'll also have advertising that is taking place based on whatever sport it is that these people love or any of the associated products that could be tied into that. So with that, we know that historically, with those two models, we will get to a per user value of $118. So if we have one user on there, the value of the company is $118. We believe that we can easily get to 5 million users, and our path is to get, and our goal is to get to 50 million users. So that number would replicate. So the market potential is tremendous. That is the reason that you should invest now, or that listeners should invest now, is that it really is getting in at the ground floor. We received a valuation of roughly $47 million now. So if you look at what you would be entering in at from a cost perspective to what the true potential is, it's almost limitless.
Awesome. And tell us about events, because it sounds like you're going to give access to golf courses. Does that mean just the golf course, or any of the really sought after events that happen across the world, right? I know South Africa has amazing golf courses with amazing events linked to them. Across the world, Arizona, anywhere really in the world, I can name so many. Would that include events that they could attach to, or is it just primarily getting access to the courses?
And I'll say that twofold. So one, it is in our business plan to host events, and they'll be of varying flavors. But one of the things that I think is so cool about what's already happening is because of the community that has already been built, people are putting on their own events. And so there's people that are putting on tournaments here in Scottsdale, my home, that we've been able to see. We have a feature within the app called a virtual golf club. And essentially, you're able to aggregate people that are just like you and then send messages to them, inviting them to do things. And so what is happening now is people are setting their own tournaments and their own live events or meetups, so they can vet people online, but then actually go do what they want to do, which is play golf or whatever activity that they're passionate about in real time. And again, that's what I think is special, is that you can use this to really make it whatever you want for your golf life or your pickleball life. It's completely customizable. And as long as you have find one person that likes what you like, which is highly probable, you're going to have the opportunity to do whatever it is you enjoy with them.
Awesome. So you've mentioned pickleball along with golf, obviously. Are there any other sports that you plan on expanding out to?
Yeah, so I think tennis will be the very next one, but on the radar will be volleyball, hiking, bowling. We've actually leveraged our user base now to find out what other activities that they're interested in, and it's really almost limitless for us on that as well. I think there's a huge opportunity as new sports are created. So there's a sport that's sweeping Europe right now called paddle, which is kind of a mix between pickleball and racquetball. I personally haven't tried it yet, but I hear it is the hottest thing going and that it's going to take over the United States at some point soon. So we want to be at the forefront of that as well. Now that we've built out the model, all we really have to do is we can replicate and templatize the app. So everything is done on one app, even though there's multiple sports. You just log into the app and say which sports you care about, and then you'll be able to toggle between them. So you could literally have, just golf, or you could have dozens of other sports at your fingertips.
I love it because I'm an avid tennis player, so I got excited when I heard tennis was in there. And I haven't tried pickleball yet, but I know it's very similar. And there's always the need to find someone to play with, right? Given everybody's
Yep.
times and schedules and busyness and travel, etc. So, but where are you guys based, and what where can we find more information? Basically, what's the platform's link, just for anyone who wants to check it out right now?
Yes. So somewhat unusual spelling, but it's golf, as you might find on my hat here, and link is Lync. So you can find us at golflync.com. All of the investment information is on that as well. And if you're interested in just downloading the app and giving it a look, you can do that for free on either of the app stores.
Amazing, wonderful. Any closing remarks for our listeners out there before we close out?
No, and we're excited to be with you today, and I'm really excited not only about what we're bringing to the game of golf, but also what we're bringing to our future investors. We do think this is a wonderful opportunity. We've been putting our heart and soul in it in the last 2 years plus, and we already have proven success. So we're very, very, very excited about what the future holds.
Wonderful. This is CEO of GolfLync Inc., Mr. Noah DiPasquale, bridging the gap between community and sport. I love the idea personally, and I'm looking forward to hearing more about this down the line. Noah, thank you so much. And you guys, stay tuned for more.